Hello and welcome to Backstage Beers with Beavertown. I'm Georgie Rogers and we're here today with the ace psychedelic pop band Temples at Beavertown Brewery's Taproom in Tottenham. Should we go find the band? Hey guys.
Hey. Hello.
How are we, Temples? So it's an hour-ish till your Taproom set. How are you all feeling at this point?
Is it that soon?
Yeah.
Oh God, why are we doing this then? We usually have a little sort of game that we play before we go on.
Do you? How long does the game go for?
As long as it takes for us all to have to do a shot. So.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so
that's
about
quick.
5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, we've got loads of time. It's fine. Okay. Are you excited about collaborating with Beavertown Brewery and being in this space? What do you make of it so far today?
Yeah, we've admired them from afar for many years, and then it seemed like, the stars aligned when, our song Gamma Rays, their beer Gamma Ray. Yeah. It's a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
It's just good to match like high quality beer with mediocre music.
But it's a really cool little space and it's quite an intimate show as well, isn't it, tonight? So are you like,
yeah.
Is it nice sometimes to just strip it right back and play to a smaller room?
I think it's the first time, correct me if I'm wrong, that we have played in a brewery. So yeah, so that's nice. It will be a first for us. And yeah, it's going to sound great.
What is the most bizarre place you've ever played?
Probably a swimming pool.
Ah.
That's one of the weirdest, but it was, they're taking all the water out of it, and then we were playing at one end of it, but there was another swimming pool next to it that had people swimming in it.
Oh.
So it felt a bit weird having all the water and, the electronics going on. It's like a little bit worrying.
Yeah.
But,
and was there a crowd in the swimming pool?
Yeah.
With you? Yeah.
Yeah, we were at the one end of the swimming pool, and that was like let's call it a mosh pit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not full of water.
A splosh pit. Great, love that. So Exotica is just 2 weeks away. This is the brand new record. Are you guys hyped about putting a new record into the world, and what can the audience and fans expect from this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time coming for us, and then we're working on it sort of as soon as we could get together through after like the lockdowns, and then it's the first time we've collaborated with an outside producer, but it's the same producer we worked on with Paraphernalia. So Sean Lennon, we went over to his place in New York, and that was amazing. I think it's our best record, and it's cliche to say that, but it kind of is. So it is what it is.
Yeah, no, it's good. I like that. You got to back it. Best record so far.
Yeah.
Best record so far. And what was it like when working with him again, with Sean?
It was great, yeah. Getting to be in his studio, which is, like a treasure trove of, vintage instruments and, weird and wonderful things that you've never really seen before. I only ever heard maybe in soundtracks, and it was great just to put all them on the record, And it'd be great to work with him again in future. How
did you guys come to work with him the first time round?
Was it only fans? This is an old joke. I don't know why I said that. We'd seen his previous band in 2014, the Ghost of the Saber-Toothed Tiger. We played like the same stage at South by Southwest. Yeah. And then a couple of years later, we played Desert Days, where we got chatting with Sean and just like proper like geeking out about music, really. And then we all got along. So we thought, why don't we see if he's interested, and he was. So that's it. Yeah.
Bonus. Yeah.
It's one of those people you meet and you just get on with straight away. It's like we were old friends straight away, and he's the most like British American I think we've ever met.
Yeah.
Funny guy and a genius.
Yeah, I have heard that, and the stash of instruments and stuff. And also, I suppose, was there a moment where you were just like, where you broke past the barrier and became friends of like, it's, his parentage, at what point was that? Was it just straight away?
Straight away, yeah. It was kind of like, I'd compare it to like going on like a really good date or something. I mean, I haven't been on a good date because I'm with, it doesn't matter. Anyway, like, but when you connect with somebody, it's as simple as that. And I think sometimes it just doesn't work. And we've had mixers that haven't worked in the past, people that have mixed our records where they've seen a different end goal to what we have. But I felt like Sean very much joined the band for that period of writing the record, and there was such a great degree of mutual respect of everybody's ideas. It wasn't like the Sean show, but it wasn't the Temple show either. It was a very like democratic without being boring, like we're all sort of striving for the same thing, which is what you want. And
yeah. And how does this new record then compare to Hot Motion, which was the predecessor?
It's longer.
Yeah.
It's our longest record. Thank you. So it differs in that sense. So, and we have like songs between songs which don't have lyrics in them. They're sort of like interstitial, instrumental things. We've never done that before. Hot Motion was sort of stripped back, maybe a bit more of our sort of like rock album or something. I don't know if it was, but it sort of felt like that. I don't know. And this one covers an awful lot of ground, and it's got a much broader scope, I'd say, than anything else we've done before. But also feels nice and sort of like well collected, and it feels like a whole, So,
like a body of work.
It does. It feels like
journey,
a proper album, Not that the others weren't, but yeah.
Yeah. And were there any challenges with it?
Just time.
Yeah.
I just think, we ended up having the luxury of almost too much time to finish it, which maybe ended up working in our favour, I think, because you can sit with the songs for longer and fully realise them, I think. But yeah, I think you just have that constant drive as a musician to like put music out, and if you're not able to, or you have to do any waiting, then that's always challenging.
Yeah, I suppose there's enough waiting as it goes, kind of with the release and then the tour and then the label being ready and all of that. But then you guys had a pandemic to contend with as well, so it changes it up a bit. But super happy to be releasing it now. And is there a track on this new record like that you're just so excited for the fans to hear?
All of the tracks, like everything. We don't class ourselves as like a singles band, Like some people, like all they can do is singles, and the rest of the music on their album is like rubbish. I think we want every song to have its shine its light, And I think if people can get back into the way that maybe people used to listen to music, where you dedicate time, then it's actually better for the listener. So by putting that time in, you get more out of it, and it sounds like a sort of cliche as well, but I think every song deserves to be on this record and is there for a reason. Certainly in the context of the record as well. Some of them, if they're isolated from the album, people will be like, what the hell is this? But not in a bad way. They just think it doesn't sound like us. If you put it in the record, it really makes sense. So
yeah,
I think it's important for people to listen from the start to the finish, at least once.
Yeah, at least once. I feel like people still buy, I think more than ever with vinyl feels like it's back again, and definitely there's a certain type of people who just cherish that physical at putting an album on and listening to it in that way.
That's very true. I think, the LP is like, our records are designed as LPs.
Yeah.
When we were going through the track listing, it's a double LP, so we were saying like A side, B side, C side, D side, and then it was funny the other day we saw the final CDs and cassettes along with the vinyl, and we're like, it hasn't got the A, B, C. Oh yeah, no, because it's not vinyl. So we almost forgot what the other releases are. It kind of doesn't matter to you when you're focusing on an LP. I think you just want people to, if they're listening on an LP, what you want them to do is when they turn the record over and listen to the other side, there's another record. You don't want them to go, oh, well, I've heard the first half, now I'll put something else on. And I think it's just about getting that engagement of the whole album,
Yeah.
Which it I think it deserves for the effort that's gone into it.
We mentioned Gamma Rays, which obviously is a Beavertown beer.
Yes.
And is the name of one of your new tracks. Tell me about Gamma Rays. Tell me about that track, how it came together and the inspiration and all of that.
We're hoping they add an S to the end of it, you know, permanently. I think that's the least they could do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was one of like the earlier ideas for this album, and you know, it seemed like such a great track to put out first as well from this new record. So yeah, that's kind of worked out well. Yeah, I don't really know what to add.
It didn't have a chorus, did it? It was chorusless.
Was it?
In its beginnings, and then I think we all sort of thought it should have a chorus, you know, and then yeah, but some songs don't need them. Do you know what I mean? It did feel like this one did, and then I think Sean, had some input in that as well, you know. But I think we were working remotely, sort of over Zoom at that stage of the recording. We did 2 songs sort of half remotely, and then we went off to do the rest of the record and then worked on those 2 songs as well. Mm-hmm. But so that was one of those. Yeah.
He came up with a lyric thing, you know, where he said about he liked the idea of soaking. He liked the idea of soaking up the rays, like in the summer sense. But then obviously we're talking about gamma rays, so you don't want to soak up gamma rays because it's deadly.
It's dangerous.
So, and I think that juxtaposition was quite cool, and that would have inspired like where the chorus went, as far as like, oh, if you got that lyric as something to sort of pin it on, then suddenly you have melodic ideas that, you know, instead of just sitting there going, right, the song's called Gamma Rays, so we're just going to say gamma rays in the chorus, you know. But just having that soaking up the rays, gamma rays, it was enough to sort of have a spark again, to be like, oh, there is a chorus in this song, you know.
But it is super sun-drenched as well. I mean, a lot of your music is, actually, I think, but this track in particular. And
it's because we don't have any sun, so we just want to be drenched in sun all the time. That's what it is.
Just trying to call in that vitamin D in the studio wherever you can get it.
Yeah, but not the gamma rays, not the light on the other spectrum of light. Yeah.
No, but looking at the video, that is very sun-drenched. Where did you shoot the video?
Oh, it was sunny, glamorous Benidorm.
Was it?
Yeah, mostly.
Because I was like, this doesn't look quite like LA, but I'm not sure where this is. Is it really Benidorm?
It's mostly, but the desert stuff isn't. That's near Malaga. But yeah, was it used for like a film set or something, for like westerns or something?
Yeah, Almeria in the desert where they shot the spaghetti westerns. But you know, if you squint your eyes at Benidorm, it kind of looks a bit like LA, so I think that's worth remembering.
Like Miami or something.
If you've not got great vision and not wearing your glasses, it kind of looks like LA.
If you've had a few cans of gamma ray.
Yeah, if you've had some gamma ray, kind of looks like LA. Well, it looks very nice. I'm sure that was quite a fun video to shoot.
It was a bit hot.
Yeah,
it was really hot. Yeah.
Just perfect, really.
Yeah.
We were too sun-drenched.
Yeah, too much. So guys, it's been over 9 years since the release of your first studio album.
Has it?
Yeah, over 9 years.
Oh,
since
God.
Sun Structures.
Yeah.
Not nearly a decade, I guess, but you've probably been working together for longer, I don't know. But it's been quite the ride. What would you say have been the highlights of this decade of music?
Wow, gosh. Still being a functioning band. There's a lot of people that came out at the same time as we did that, they're not releasing music, or they've had things fall through where, they've been maybe signed to like major labels and been dropped. We've always gone down the independent label, and we've always had great support from Heavenly at that period and ATO now. So we're thankful for that. But there's been loads of highlights. I think the first time we Glastonbury that's certainly one that I remember very fondly. And I think doing sort of American TV is still, I watch it back like every day. I know.
Every morning
remember
with breakfast.
when people cared. But like watching that back is it's crazy, because it's like if we got that opportunity now, it'd probably feel more nerve-wracking, I think, because we haven't done anything that's quite as live TV, Jimmy Fallon or whatever. But we were so in the zone of touring at that point, like we were so tight. We just did it. It was kind of easy, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, there's some highlights. But yeah.
Yeah. And
Just getting to make great music as well, and always aiming to do that. And I'm sure the next 9 years will make even more.
And how have you stayed? How have you stayed as a functioning band? Because it's like a marriage, isn't it? Almost like it's a family. It's like a whole. It's its own relationship.
It's like 4 marriages.
Yeah, 4 marriages
in one.
Yeah.
They say the secret to a long marriage is don't get divorced, right? So I think maybe it's. I can't remember. Yeah, it might be. So yeah, I think being from Kettering, I mean Ren's isn't, but he's an honorary. At least. I think that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to know. Obviously, we were like having a few sips of drinks. What would you say is your pre-show drink, and then your post-show tipple?
It varies, doesn't it? There was a period where we had like a schedule for our drinks, not like hour by hour, but like if it was a Friday, we'd have like White Russians, and then on Saturday we'd have like a rota, so that when we're on tour, you get like a different mixer and different spirit or whatever. But generally, it's kind of like we don't drink a lot before a gig, not really.
But the shot that you have. You said at the beginning.
shot will be whatever liquor or spirit that it is, and sometimes it's dreadful. I think before a London show recently, we did. It would have been a White Russian day, but we had the Kahlua and was it vodka? Is it vodka and Kahlua?
Together.
But we had those as the shot. So it took the edge off having a horrible vodka shot.
Yeah.
But then you just felt like you just had an espresso.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
It's like a mini Guinness, isn't it? Is that what that's called? I don't know. Or a mudslide, something like that. I think it was popular in the 80s.
Oh, right.
You were promoting another well-known manufacturer of drink.
Yeah.
Other brands are not available.
No.
Beavertown do a good stout, and I think it's better than Guinness.
Yeah. Do you roll on with the stout throughout the evening? Do you have to stop that and
Sleepy stout, isn't it? Yeah.
and then switch up to the liquors after?
No, we're not. I don't know. I mean, we'll find somebody that can just GoPro it for a night and see what we actually do. I don't really know.
Yeah. Any favourite UK pubs?
My arm's really hurting.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, are there any favourite pubs that you guys have?
Favourite pubs? I mean, there's the Prince of Wales in Kettering.
It's closed down now.
It's closed
Sad
down.
times.
Okay, there was the Prince of Wales in Kettering. There's the Plough.
The Plough, but we're not going to say where it is because it's so small, the village.
Yeah.
And
Don't go there.
it's not very good. There's a place called the Plough, and it's my local pub, and it's brilliant. And they do they're their own thing. They're not like signed up to a brewery, so he gets what he wants in. And I'll put in a good word for Beavertown.
Yeah, our favourite place to drink though is obviously here at the Beavertown Taproom in Tottenham Hale,
Where you're playing tonight.
where we're playing tonight.
So guys, what are your plans for the rest of the year? Fill us in. Obviously album release and then a myriad of things.
Yeah, then we have an in-store tour in April.
Yeah.
And then we're going. Are we? Yeah, I think to America in June, and a lot of Spain in May and in the summer, and probably we're gonna do this Europe tour at the end of the year, following up with some festivals this summer.
Awesome.
UK later on in the
Yeah,
year.
also UK,
Lots
Europe,
of
UK.
touring. It's exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna be fun.
Awesome.
And tonight this lovely show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much of the new record are you playing tonight?
Yeah, none, I think. Yeah, just the first one. No, 4.
4.
4, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
A lot of songs.
Awesome. Well, it's been lovely chatting to you guys. Have an awesome gig, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Temples.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.